Hello students, we are back here again with another figure of speech for you all, that is pronoun. What is a pronoun? A pronoun, what does it mean? Pro means for or in place of. Pronoun is used instead of a noun or a noun phrase and therefore it has all the characteristics of a noun. Let's take a look at example here. Ram met Sita in the market. Ram invited Sita for tea. If we use pronoun in this sentence, this would be written as Ram met Sita in the market. He invited her for tea. We are using he instead of Ram and we are using her instead of Sita. Why? Because to avoid the repetition. We see that pronouns are substitute for nouns. For example, let's take a look at this sentence here. Ram saw Sita in the market. Ram invited Sita to a party. Sita agreed. Ram and Sita went to the party. How does it sound? Let's take a look here. Ram saw Sita in the market. He invited her to a party. She agreed. They went to the party. Now what is happening here is the words he, she and they are used instead of Ram and Sita to avoid any kind of repetition. I'd like to give you practice of few sentences here. You can rewrite these sentences using pronouns. The first sentence says, Ram and Ramesh work hard. Ram and Ramesh are the toppers of the class. The second sentence says here, Ram, Ramesh and Radha went for a picnic. Ram, Ramesh and Radha saw Salim there. The third sentence here is, Sita and Geeta were sisters. Sita and Geeta loved each other a lot. Horse riding is my hobby. Horse riding is also a good exercise. The fifth sentence here is, Ram went to Ramesh's birthday party. Ram enjoyed Ramesh's party. Now you can check the answers. The first sentence, Ram and Ramesh work hard. They are the toppers of the class. We are not repeating the words again Ram and Ramesh here, and instead of Ram and Ramesh we say they are the toppers of the class. Ram, Ramesh and Radha went for a picnic. They saw Salim there. Now what have you written here? Why they saw Salim here? Very important, see here that Ram, Ramesh and Radha is repeated in the second sentence, but Salim is just mentioned once. So we have to write Salim here, and instead of Ram, Ramesh and Radha, we use the pronoun they. Sita and Geeta were sisters. They loved each other a lot. Horse riding is my hobby. It is also a good exercise. Why it? Because it's an abstract noun. Ram went to Ramesh's birthday party. He enjoyed his party. There are various kinds of pronouns. Primarily, we see 8 kinds of pronouns here. Personal pronouns, possessive pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, reflective pronouns, emphatic, relative, interrogative and indefinite pronouns. Let's take a look at personal pronouns here. They are when we use I, we, you, she, it, they. These personal pronouns can also further be divided into 3 persons. The first person, the second person and the third person. What is first person? The first person refers to the speaker of the sentence. I am the speaker right now. So we say I, me, my, mine, myself, or if it's a plural, more than one person, we say we, us, ours, ourselves. For example, this is my house. The second person is, it refers to the person spoken to. As students, I am speaking to you all, so you become the second person here. As, you, your, yours, yourself, yourselves. The third person, of course, the third person refers to the person we speak about or write about. He, his, him, himself, she, it, itself, they, them. So, what we see here is very important thing, the personal pronoun must have the same gender and person as the noun for which it is used as substitute. If I say he, then it's Ram here and we use, instead of Ram, we are using he. We cannot use she. So, we have to be careful about the gender also. Ram met Sita, they went for shopping. Sita loves writing, she is a good writer. When two or more singular nouns are formed by and, when we join and here, the pronoun used for them should be plural. For example, Ram and Sita. See, we are joining them by and. Ram and Sita loved each other. So, what we are doing here is, we are not saying he or she here, we say they finally got married. A personal pronoun used for a collective noun must be in a singular number. For example, the team played well. Now, team is a collective noun. It may have number of players and we say one word for it is team. The game displayed its solidarity. So, it's instead of team we use it. The battalion will reach its destination tomorrow. So, in a speech what we have seen is, in a speech situation, the first and second person are necessarily present. As I told you, I am the speaker, you are the receiver. So, you become the second person, I am the first person here. The third person may or may not be present in a speech. The second kind of pronoun we see is possessive pronoun. Now, as the word suggests, you possess something. This is my house. This is your pen. The house is mine. The pen is yours. These pronouns we say they are possessive pronouns. The words underlined, just check here, my, your, mine, yours. They are possessive pronouns. The possessive pronouns are used to show ownership or possession or relationship. There are two forms of possessive pronouns. One is possessive adjective. The other one is possessive pronouns. We say one is possessive adjective is possessive determiners. The other one is possessive pronouns. We also call them possessive predicatives. My, our, yours, his, her, their are possessive determiners. For example, this is my pen. So, this is possessive determiner. Mine, yours, ours, they are possessive predicatives. This pen is mine. Now, something very important you students should know, that possessive adjectives are followed by noun. This is his ball, this is my house. Now, you know the definition of adjective, that it qualifies noun or pronoun. So, what is happening here is, this is his ball, ball is noun here, and before that if we use, this is possessive adjective, this is his ball. Now, when we are using predicatives, remember that we cannot use predicative followed by a noun. We do not say this is mine house, we say this house is mine. The other kind of pronoun is reflexive pronoun. Observe the following sentences here. I hurt myself. Now, myself comes back to I. She hurt herself. You serve yourself, they will serve themselves. So, these reflective pronouns are formed by adding self to my, her, yourself and selves if it is plural, to them, our, your, yourselves, themselves, ourselves. So, you add selves to the plural pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are used as objects of the verb, but they refer to the same person as the subject. Let's take a look here. I know myself. I is subject of the sentence, know is the verb and myself becomes the object here, but it is a reflexive pronoun. The demonstrative pronouns, as the word suggests, they are used to point to people or thing they stand for. You demonstrate something, this, that, these, those. Let's take a look at these examples. This is a ball, that is a ball, these are balls. Now, what is happening here? This is a ball. This shows the nearness of the ball here, nearness of this object. When I say that is a ball, it shows the distance of the object. These are balls shows nearness of the object, but they are plurals. The examples indicate that the basic function of a demonstrative pronoun is to show the nearness or distance of the person or object talked about by the speaker. Emphatic pronouns, read the following sentences here. He himself did it. She herself went there. Now, you can see in all these sentences, the reflexive pronoun like himself, herself, themselves, etc. are used to put some emphasis. They are therefore called as emphatic pronoun. Interrogative, definitely when we talk of interrogative, we know that this is in a question form. Interrogative pronouns are like who, whom, whose, which, what. They are all used to ask questions. For example, whose book is this? Who did this? Relative pronouns work as not only pronouns, but also as conjunctions in a sentence. They stand not only for noun, but also join sentences. Let's take a look here. The book which I bought yesterday is very interesting. Now, it is joining two sentences. I bought a book yesterday. The book is very interesting. I form one sentence by using relative pronoun which. So, it functions as also a conjunction. What is conjunction? The word which joins two sentences. The man who's standing under the tree is my uncle. If we divide into two sentences, the man is standing under the tree. The man is my uncle. I join by putting who here. This is a relative pronoun. We say the man who's standing under the tree is my uncle. Then of course, you have very important indefinite pronouns. Pronouns which do not refer to any person or a thing in particular. We say that they are indefinite pronouns. For example, every one of them attended the function. All the girls are fashionable. You see, there are some more indefinite pronouns like all, every, each, much, many, more, little, few, less, least, several, enough, someone, somebody, either, anyone, anybody, no one, neither, none. Let us look at some of the errors. These are common errors committed while using the pronouns. A personal pronoun used for a collective noun. This is a very common error we commit here. especially when we are using singular number. For example, the team played well. The game displayed its solidarity. We don't say their solidarity. Because we are using a collective noun as a singular number, it applies to audience, class, team. There are a number of words you have to use in singular number. We say personal pronoun, we say one singular number is used. The battalion will reach its destination tomorrow. We don't say their destination. Team and battalion, we consider them as one unit. Another place where we have to be careful is when a singular noun and a plural noun are joined by words like or, nor. The pronoun used must be in the plural. Be careful, let's take a look at this example. Neither the teacher nor the students could convey their feelings to the authorities. We are using here neither nor, and we have teacher singular noun, we have students plural noun, and we are using the or nor here, neither nor the students. So, what we are using here is the pronoun has to be plural. The students could convey their feelings, it won't be convey his feeling. When two singular nouns are joined by and they are preceded by each or every, the pronoun used must be singular. This is again a very common error normally students commit. Be careful here, let's take a look. Each boy and every man was carrying with him a bag. You won't say each boy and every man was carrying with them a bag. It would be incorrect. Let us look at some more uses of pronoun it. The pronoun it is used for animals. For example, Ram has a pet dog, its name is Tommy. You don't say his name is Tommy. She loves her horse and uses it for horse riding. We use for non-living things. This is your pencil box. You may take it. I bought this table yesterday. It can be folded. In terms of expressing about time and weather, we use it here. It's 1 o'clock. It's so hot. Now, the next sentence I am talking about is very important for you all to understand. For a child, we use it. The baby is in the bed. It is crying. I saw the child. It was playing. Why? Because see, the baby and child, we don't know the gender. This example you must keep in mind that this is very, very special to know. Although child conveys human being, a living example, living thing, but we use it here because we don't know the gender. If it had been a boy, we use he. If we use girl, we say she. But if we are saying baby or a child, we use it here. So, what we have seen students today, a very important figure of speech, that is pronoun. Now, what is pronoun? Pro means for or in place of. So, the words which we use in place of noun or noun phrase, we say they are pronouns. After that, we have covered 8 kinds of pronouns. To name few, we start with personal pronouns. In personal pronouns, we have 3 persons: first person, second person and third person. What is first person? First person is the speaker himself. Like I am speaking to you, I become the first person in the speech. I, me, we, this is first person. When I say second person, this word is used for the receiver of this, from the speaker. Now, you people, the students, are the receiver of the message, and I say that y'all are second person. You, yourself. The third person is they, them, he or she. Now, something very important in speech situation, the first person and second person has to be present. But in third person, we see that in speech situation, they may be necessarily present or may not be present. The next pronoun we've seen, the reflexive pronoun, where we have used self, himself, herself, yourself, myself. I hurt myself. This is reflexive pronoun. Now, in demonstrative pronoun, as the word suggested, I said this, that, those, these. It demonstrates. Now, this is a ball. Very important thing is it also shows the nearness and the distance of the object. We have interrogative pronouns. As the word suggests, the words we are using for question, which, what, whose, who has come, who is there. Now, this is an interrogative pronoun.